Good Monday morning. It is great to see you. I hope all of you did your homework this weekend and found yourself saying positive, encouraging things to yourself, starting down the path of worry, anxiety, but stopping and backing up, because that's what I did. I did really great all weekend, and then yesterday while I was mowing, I found myself wanting to worry. My 18-year-old son will be driving today 20 hours from Miami, Florida, home to Tyler, Texas. Please pray for him. And pray for me. So my brain knows how to worry, and I needed to change that. And I was mowing, so I wanted to give you this beautiful picture of what the brain does. So the brain goes the same way you would go through a grass field. So think of a grass field, it's grown up pretty high, and some kids are walking a pathway through that field, and you can start to see where it's worn, and you can now see the ground and not just the grass. And so now you can visualize that pathway. That's what happens in your brain. You have neuropathways, and when you do a thing over and over again, it lays a pathway. From the time you're a little child learning how to make the letter A, every time you've been shown that and told the sound it makes, it lays a neuropathway. You use it the rest of your life. Sometimes we get some neuropathways we don't want to keep going down. So what you want to do is change and walk a new pathway and let the grass grow back up over the bad one. And that's what I was working on. Instead of worrying of every single thing that could possibly happen wrong, I went over to the positive pathway and thought, I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to hope for the best. I'm going to think of the independence it is creating in my son. I'm going to remember that I did things like this when I was 18 years old and could drive great distances across Texas or wherever, and I survived them all without a cell phone. So I really wanted to think these positive thoughts, so that's what I did. I also do another thing when I'm trying to make sure I'm focusing on a new way of thinking, and that's look for a book or a speaker, a podcast, a sermon of someone else encouraging that. So I'm going to load some information today for you, upload it, from Craig Groeschel, however you want to say it. He's a pastor of a church in Arkansas called Life Church, and they have different campuses all over, and he's got a whole website. And he did a series on the brain and these neuropathways and how to think a new way and lay new neuropathways. And it's a 4-part series, so I will upload how you can get in and watch that. But that's what I did. So when I was done mowing, I went and turned that on and listened and helped my mind focus on that. Because if I leave the blank space up here, it's so much easier for me to go back to the worrying. And so I can just fret and be concerned and worry about that thing. So I'm sharing with you his series today. And one of the things I love is he starts off the whole series and he says, your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. And that's good stuff. I wrote that down. I have that in my daily calendar. Your strongest thoughts, I can do this. I can succeed at saving money. I can succeed at this relationship. I can succeed at not worrying. Where your thoughts are going, that's the direction your life is going to move. So if they are negative and worried and fretful, then that's going to make that whole day, and then you got 365 of those a year, that can go in a negative path. It's the way of the world. We can really choose either one. And so I'm going to continue to go with what he's teaching and try to move my thoughts in a positive pathway so that my life is moving in the direction of my strongest thoughts. I encourage you to do the same. I will be sharing some more tidbits from his sermons later on this week. I hope that you have a wonderful Monday, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.